Exactly. He posted, 5:12 to the mark there, Jason, and he did run 29.51 overall. So he's a greyhound that's got plenty of early speed. He's got a good record too. He's won 10 from 34. We're going to see him step up to the 600 for the first time. I think he'll be putting himself into the firing line early, and he's got plenty of class on his side. So he looks well placed in a Grade 5 heat. He's been racing, Wagga Cup and races of mixed 4 and 5 class, so he looks well placed back to a Grade 5 heat, and certainly can make his presence felt if he can run a strong 600 metres.
She's a big price, number 5, Stacey's mum, but she's been one. Speaking of race data, earlier on with Zipping Hopkins, since she started her career, she's lit it up. Hasn't necessarily transitioned that into I shouldn't say a successful racing career, because if you're racing the city, you are successful, but possibly promise a bit more. Yeah,
she was quite good when she won over the 680 at Warragul. She posted fast time in winning over the 595 at Sandown a few months ago. She's a greyhound that's got plenty of upside. She just needs the right sort of race shape and the race pattern. She comes up with box 5 here, and we've touched on speed out wide, the speed underneath. She's going to need a lot of luck to position off a middle pin box draw over the 600 corner start here tonight. There's no doubting her ability, but she might find it tough off the box draw.
And speaking of runners at big quotes, number 8, Tammy's a $26 chance. Now, you go back to her forms through June, and she hasn't done a lot of racing since then, but she ran second here at the Meadows behind Groovebird and went 34.50 overall, which is well and truly good enough to be a winning chance in this race. This doesn't seem to have bounced back with great venom since she's resumed racing.
No, she's very lightly raced of recent times. We haven't seen her. We've seen her a couple of times in October. We've seen her in July, and then we've only seen her once in November. So she's hard to get a grip on, being a middle distance type that's not racing consistently. She's got to handle the wide draw here. She has been placed a couple of times at the track and distance. She's got a bit of early speed. She'll need to get forward. It's a hard dog to assess because she does have ability, but the question is she hasn't had that consistency of racing.
Yep, indeed. So a major race at Menangle about to wrap up as just about at the boxes for race 8 here at the Meadows. Of course, race 9 is the granny of the night, the grand final, the Group 1 Silver Chief, the likes of Epitomise and Iconic Jet to go around and do battle there. We'll preview that in depth following this race here at the Meadows, as they not far off wrapping up on Sky 1 before getting to us here. But we know the Silver Chief, it's just steeped in history, steeped in prestige, one of the great honour rolls, and has been won by some of the better greyhounds we've ever seen, including the likes of Simon Told Helen. Just about on start time here, Nath. I can hear Sky 1 aren't with us just yet. Here they are. Nathan Rooney, who do you like in race 8 here at the Meadow?
3, 7, 6 and 1. I think 3 his special represents really good each way value. 7 Utrillo Bale's got good form stepping up. 6 Paul Quimby's racing well, and 1 Gary Stunnon.
So number 3 on top, his special for Nathan Rooney. And of course, this is the penultimate before we get to race 9, which is the feature on tonight's card, the Group 1 Silver Chief Classic, race 8. Here's James Vandermart.
Race number 8, the sports bet heat 2 for the 5th grades, and the green light turned on. Favourites in black. Set. Racing now, Utrillo Bale squeezed up big time, and his special's going to pounce on the lead. Oh, he's going to take some catching, a length and a half over Gary Stun on Poor Imperial, and then Set to Sizzle, followed by Utrillo Bale, who just bumped into Poor Quinby. A break back to Stacey's mum, and 5 away Tammy. Down the back, it's his special, rolling along, a length and a half Gary Stun on the leader, going beautifully. 2 lengths away to Poor Imperial, then Set to Sizzle, and the rest headed by Poor Quimby. But as they wheel, it's his special, the leader. He's now starting to get a little leg weary. Gary Stunnon's a length away. They can't catch his special. His special made all by a length and a half, beating Gary Stunnon, flashing through Set to Sizzle third, then Poor Imperial. They're being followed by Stacey's mum over Poor Quinby, and at the end, the last 2, Utrillo Bale, no luck early, and Tammy last in, 34 and 65 for his special.
Nathan Rooney on the board in a big, big way. His special wins at a nice quote, and Nath, that was quite easy to watch early on. He found the front, and as James Vandermart said, was in a magnificent position to give him the best chance of winning the race.
Yeah, we were able to see him in the replay pre-race, Jace, of closing off really strong in a race here last week, which is his first go at the 600 at the Meadows. And once he was able to begin It was going to be awfully hard to beat. Gary Stun on into second. He was honest as ever and Set to Sizzle was quite good into third. But once his special was able to begin and find the top, he's been racing quite well for John Carr. He was a good Sandown winner in 34 and 46 3 runs ago. He was an eye-catching third placing here last week, and he was able to dictate from the front here tonight and go around at quite a decent price and won quite convincingly.
Geez, you're quite tame for tipping an $8, $9, $10 shot.
That's okay, mate. That's what we're here to do. So we can only
nothing special for you, in other words.
Oh, it's good. It's good to tip winners, and it's good when they pay more than what they should be. He was half of that quote with me in my pricing, and he just done the right thing. I didn't expect him to lead. I was hoping he was just going to stalk 1 and 2, but once he led, I thought he was in the right place at the right time. And no, we're here to try to steer people into winners, and we're able to do there at $8. So hopefully people have followed us in there and got an earn and got a fill up for the weekend and ready for Christmas and ready for the Phoenix next Saturday night.
Once this colour vision wraps up from this race, we might see if we can get a shot of the sunset over the back of the kennel block here at the Meadows. It is absolutely sublime, and if you're looking at the host set, you can see Nathan Rooney's beautiful board head, but behind that is a terrific sunset. So hopefully, Nath, a sign of what's to come next Saturday, Mother Nature-wise. There we go. How good is that? Sun setting, it's a beautiful night here at the Meadows.
It is. Take the wind away. It's a beautiful night here at the Broadmeadows Circuit, and it's a beautiful track for racing, and we're seeing some high-quality racing as we speak. That was the second heat of the Grade 5 600 metre series, but the feature program is the next race, race number 9. We get to see a Group 1 event, and geez, there'll be plenty in the next, Jace, and really looking forward to the Group 1. Yeah,
100%. We'll go through that field runner by runner shortly, but his special wins the last leg of the quaddie here. When you tip one of that sort of price, Nath, the initial reaction from the punters out there is, did he have something on? Did you get behind his special personally?
Yeah, of course I did, yeah.
You're a genius, my man.
Do the work, and I have the bet, so we've had something on, and quite happy with the $8 odd on offer, rated at $4.60 in my form, so priced the race up accordingly and got the result we were requiring, and we won't be losing for this evening after backing $8 winners.
You're the man, plenty to play with, playing with house's money, as they say, but moving on to the Silver Chief now, and I guess generally, Nath, before we touch on these runners in depth, it's a race that stands out every year. I mean, the equivalent from the female side of things is the Laurels, which we saw Miss Envy, a brilliant winner of on Thursday night, but it's rich in history, it's rich in the type of greyhounds that have won it, and I'm sure the one that joins the honour roll this year won't be out of place.
No, certainly won't. It's a high quality field. We've got a lot of speed, and we've got a couple of strong swooping dogs as well, so pressure's going to be on going to the corner. Boxtrill's going to play a massive part, and no, there'll be a deserved winner in 20 minutes' time, Jason. It'll go to an honour roll that's enlisted with many champions of the game.
I tell you what, now you've got plenty of coin up your sleeve, Nath. I reckon next week when you turn up here at the Meadows, there's a bit of breeze in the air, you need a clipboard. Yeah,
I know. I'm Disco Dave Carlson usually takes my clipboard, but I thought the conditions might have been slightly better here tonight, but not to be, Jace. But my hand's doing a job. It's keeping it down, and after that last race, nearly be able to put the wallet on it to really anchor weight it.
I've got the shivers up. It's a bit fresh here at the Meadows. So how does your scone cope when it gets a bit fresh and the wind starts to pick up?
They say no sense, no feel, don't they? So no,
so true.
It's not too bad. It's okay. The lights are shining off it and causing a nice reflection, which is most probably keeping it warm.
Yeah, the track lights are actually turned off here at the Meadows. With the studio sets light, they're beaming off Nate's head and lighting up everything that's happening on track tonight.
You know them Microtech rugs? They have the reflection to keep the dogs warm.
Look at that sunset. There we go. Before we get to these rugs, that is absolutely